Welcome back. It's a long time no see. I know I missed a video on Sunday morning, I think it was. Anyway, I'll flip you around. So yeah, we're back at the Shire. Whirlwind 5-day away. Off and dropped our wee girl off in Saskatchewan at med school in Saskatoon. So a marked difference from when we left. It has cooled off by 10 degrees. Cloudy. I see a lot of the water has dropped. So I'm going to narrate some ins and outs between footage we took while we were gone, and we'll catch you back. So first clip you're going to see is to do with the surprise that I'd been talking about, alluding to in previous videos about our hay operation. This is going to help, hopefully, fingers crossed, going to help streamline our hay program dramatically. So I'm going to segue in here. We're on the hunt for our elusive thing that we're looking for. Look at this. We got a ton of combines. So yeah, I had seen this on Facebook Marketplace, and I've been thinking of this for a very long time. I'd seen this on Sunny Farms, and we had been pricing these out. So it's a bale accumulator, so I'll put a picture in here. So it's a bale accumulator. So instead of having bales dotted around all around the field, we can group them into 2s and 3s. So we had looked into them. So this type of bale accumulator, we knew was around about $25,000 to buy them new. Well, it turns out they don't make that one anymore, so they've come up with a new version of that. So we talked to our local John Deere place about getting one. They're now $50,000 for a bale accumulator like that. But this one came up on Facebook Marketplace in Saskatoon, and it had issues. So I've talked to the salesman. Turns out it's fine, it's straight, it's very low usage. It's only been used for a couple of seasons, so the paint is worn off a little bit, but there's some sensors missing. The hydraulics are there, the framework is there, the wheels are there, everything's there, except there's some switches, some sensors that tells it when to divert left and divert right. So, needless to say, that hopefully this week will be started to be shipped to Brandon, and will be coming to the ranch. And yes, I know there's a couple of you, well, there's one in particular who was talking about this. Well, this little project has been in the works for a few weeks now, so yes, we are getting a bale accumulator for one of the balers at least. If it works out, we'll get a second one for the second baler and go from there. So yeah, that was one of the big secrets. So, next on the list is we stopped by the big museum in Saskatoon, where it's a bit of everything: farming and society and Canadian history and ins and outs. So I'll do a bit of a montage here. Oh, that's just me. Oh, him, look at that. Not terrifying. Yeah, so an absolutely amazing museum. Like for a smaller place, they had like a period correct street with old houses and all that great stuff. So one of the other things that Mrs. Piper Doug organized for our trip was a trip on a riverboat on the Saskatoon River, because Saskatoon is quite famous for its bridges. And with Liam being a civil engineer, bridges are one of his bread and butters. So we took a trip on the lily flower, something like that it's called. Anyway, so yeah, we'll put a bit in here.
We will soon be passing under the Broadway Bridge, which connects the Broadway district on the east or left bank to the city's downtown. This classic old bridge was built in 1932 as a make-work project during the Great Depression of the 1930s. The design and construction of the bridge was overseen by the Dean of Engineering at the University of Saskatchewan. Only men with families were allowed to get jobs. They were paid 25 cents per hour and were laid off once they had earned about $35. Only shovels and wheelbarrows were used in the construction, with the goal of providing jobs for as many men as possible. Work proceeded 24 hours every day, which fought against the Canadian Army during the Northwest Resistance in 1885. They were defeated at the Battle of Batoche, which is downriver north of Saskatoon. Their political leader, Louis Riel, was captured and taken to Regina, where he was later hanged for treason. Gabriel Dumont managed to escape to the United States where he participated. The Rotary Club.
What's going on today, Piper Dad?
1965 in preparation
on the
for the
river.
Confederation celebrations of 1967.
The bridges.
It now consists of green space and the Rotary.
That's where all your fertilizer money goes to spray
In the early
chemicals.
days of European settlement on the Canadian prairies, the rivers, including the South Saskatchewan, served as major transportation links for furs, lumber, supplies, livestock.
Is that in your
and
hand,
settlers.
Piper Dad?
The names of early riverboats resonate
Barley.
throughout history. The Northcote, the Marquis, the Northwest,
Lovely wet
the
barley.
Baroness, the Alberta, and the Manitou capsized and sank. Fortunately, passengers had already disembarked upriver while the captain and crew negotiated passage through the bridges. After the collision, the crew was able to clamber up onto the bridge with help of ropes and ladders while the wrecked ship lay on her side on the sandy river bottom.
Yeah, the thing is, I know we've only been gone for less than a week, but man, they've barely even made a dent in that field. The other end they have, but that's the end they like to congregate in. So, see if there's a patch down here, because they always like to go and stand in corners. No, not really. Huh. Little bit, but not much. Okay. So yeah, it was a very cool little trip on a boat for, it was about an hour long, the tour. So if you're ever in Saskatoon, look it up. Downtown. Ooh. So, one of the other little destination things is not far outside of the city of Saskatoon's been, well, close to an hour outside the city. Lake Manitou. So, if any of you want to Google Lake Manitou, Saskatchewan, very, very interesting. It is the Dead Sea of the prairies. Who knew? So, it is 5 times as salty as ocean salt water. So, you're very buoyant. It's very hard to get under the water naturally without having to fight your way down. So yeah, very cool. So we spent an afternoon there, bobbing around in the water and having some fun. So maybe put in a little bit here. Lake Manitou. Yeah, we'll be back cutting in the field as soon as this is passed, I think. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt we'll be cutting in a week at least this field and the headlands on the other 2 fields. The first batch. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. So I'm just gonna go and do a quick check down at the intersection for the big herd. Everybody else seems to be good. Looks like Nikki's the trainee bull that we had to buy the bull in to do the backup on. Yeah, it looks like Nikki is healed. So the two darts were good enough. He has no sign of a limp. He's walking strong and true, which is awesome. Big shout out to our neighbor to the north, Daryl Kent. Neighbor man held the fort down while we were gone. Him and the boys, and no doubt Jenna, his wife. He said anytime they'd love to come and be a part of the Shire. And the nice thing is I can go away and I have full confidence in Daryl. Like I said, he's stand-up, very trustworthy guy. Like I said, handy having some of that, and plus he's a cracking shot with a lead vaccinator, so if any little visitors on the ranch that are not meant to be here, he will take care of that. So yeah, just gonna take a bop across here. So I'm gonna sign off with a little surprise. Now, myself and Mrs. Piper Duck had come up with this plan quite a while ago, while we were knowing we were coming out across Saskatchewan. And so we contacted one of the people to set up a surprise. So in the next clips, you're going to see me sneak up to a very famous YouTube house and do a surprise attack on a very awesome YouTube couple who I think most of you are very familiar with, but first time we've ever met in person. We talk a lot. So I'm gonna sign off here while I go check the cows, and thanks for bearing with me, and thanks to everybody who've supported the channel along the way. And yeah, so hopefully you enjoy these clips, and we will see you back on more standard filming content. So enjoy. Tidy bye. How you doing, buddy?
Not bad. How are you?
Hello, puppy.
Hey, bud. Setting you up.
You know,
Peanuts.
10 minutes later, who knows what you would have found.
I like the first pose, actually. I like that better. There it is.
There we go.
Oh my God.
So yeah, that was some fun. So yeah, I'm gonna sign off now. So I've just finished doing a run around to all the animals and just stopped by here. It's like it's showing you. That shows you how much bigger the bales are this year. So yeah, they are literally my height. Well, I'll show you. I am 6'5". Big bales. Anyway, see you in the next episode, folks.